I think it's official, guys. Spring is here. Here's how I think I know. A, you can already hear all the birds chirping around. They're everywhere right now, which is fun, except for two, the woodpecker is back. There is this giant woodpecker with the most terrifying prehistoric head ever that comes around every spring and stays through the summer and spends all of his time either rapping on like the speed limit sign outside of my house in this little community, or even worse, on the chimney flashing on the house, which means the sound echoes down 2 stories of fireplaces. And I can't do anything about it, right? Because we looked it up and it's against the law to kill those things. And so we can't even like air rifle it or anything. So we're just stuck with this woodpecker. And before you ask, yeah, we've already tried the scary owl plastic thing on the top of the house, and it doesn't do anything except freak me out, because as I'm driving toward the house and I just get a glimpse, and why is that owl out in the middle of the day? It's not. It's a fake. It's not real. Anyway, spring is here because woodpecker. Yay! I'm not actually making my spring soaps. I've already done that, and I think I've already shown you that. So I am making my summer soaps today, next up in the line of the rose collection that we're playing with. And I will tell you more about my vision and the scent and all the things in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 262 of 365 days of soap, and today we are playing with one of my favorite scents from the Sierra Candles Rose Collection thing. It's not called the Rose Collection first, but they were all rose scents except for the one, but two, this one is not actually one of my favorites, it is my favorite, and it is the Rhubarb Rose Blend. And when I smelled it on the live, immediately it hit that sensor back there, right? That tart sensor, and I knew that it made my mouth water. And I knew that I needed to try this because the really, really tart beautifulness of the rhubarb paired with that sultry rose, the dry of the rose, so delightful. And I definitely wanted to play with that, but I wanted to play with it with grown-up colors and maybe like mimicking the color of rhubarb in its various stages as it's growing and ripening. So that's what we're doing, as well as some flowers on top that are not roses. But you know, we'll talk more about that and why they're not roses and everything in the video, so let's go there. Hello, hello. Today we are doing the Rhubarb and Rose scent from Sierra Candles, which I love so much. It is the most amazing scent that I think I've ever smelled as far as a rose scent is concerned. And it's one of those cool ones that actually did hit me back in my little, you know, my little tart sensors in my mouth, made my mouth water. Super wild, completely in love with it. And really what I wanted to do is like more adult type colors, and so we've got 2 different purples going on, a beautiful like, you know, burgundy-ish red, and then a copper to kind of, you know, hit, except for the green, because I just did a green bar to hit like the different stages and the different colors that you can see on rhubarb, which was my thinking. And we're also going to do some sort of swirly swirl thing, and I think I'm using a hanger. I haven't done hanger swirls in what feels like forever, So that's what we're rolling with. The oil recipe for this particular soap is exactly what yesterday's was. So it's my current lots of lather blend, which is, hang on, I'll give it to you. It is 33% coconut oil, 33% palm oil, 16% canola oil, 15% olive oil, and 3% castor oil. I super fatted this at 5%, and the water to lye is 2.4 times water to lye. There you go. I actually, in order to do that, I had to go take pictures of my buckets, because whenever I master batch, I just tape the new recipe onto the buckets. Also with instructions is how you can super fat this, like what, ratios. Anyway, and with this, obviously, we are including kaolin clay into all of that. And what is this? I mean, that's the kaolin that's on your screen right there. And so I do disperse the kaolin in water and then pour it into the entirety of the batch for this guy. And then, as I said, we're going to do some swirly swirls. Pretty sure I got the hanger out for this. And that's fun. And I also think there are toppers on this one too. I can't see this. Oh yeah, there's totally toppers. And they're not roses or rhubarbs. They're like succulents. It's going to be a good time. I was actually just, I just said that I had to go take a picture of the front of the bucket for my master batch so I could show you what my current master batch lots of lather is, or tell you rather. And the last thing that's in my camera roll is a screen cap I took of a commenter yesterday that just made me laugh in big, huge ways. It was the funniest thing ever. And I'm going to share it with you, because why not be petty? It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day. Let's, whatever. Yeah, be petty on beautiful days. Something. That all makes sense. Anyway, Miss Lisa commented on a video and said, "Can't watch this. I'm here to learn, not hear you rambling about a damn TV show." I roll, I roll, I roll. And I'm like, wow. You, first and foremost, when I read that, I'm like, you must be really new here. Like, really new. But then second, I was like, well, what video is this? And I looked, and it was one of the Grey's Anatomy videos, you guys. And like in the thumbnail, it's talking about Lexi and Shonda and VR. And also in the first 5 minutes of the video, I'm obviously talking about continuing on with the Grey's Anatomy series, and let's talk about why, Lexi is best Grey. And so I'm, you're not here to listen to me ramble on about a TV show? That was the point of the series. That was the Grey's Anatomy soap series. It's in a Grey's Anatomy playlist. I'm shooketh. And I left it up because it was hilarious and, responded because, why wouldn't I respond? Let's go port this. Okay, and on to the pour. And so the majority of this, again, scented with Sierra Candle's gorgeous Rhubarb and Rose, is going to be white, is going to be the base. I removed about 4 ounces for each of the colored portions from the base. And I am just going to pour these in lines on top of each other, doing a couple swipes with each color and then moving on. And then maybe changing to the other side of the mold once I decide I want to. Just over and over again until all of that colored, batter is in. And then I'm going to top it with some white. And then I'm going to take a hanger to it. And I'm going to go down on one side, move like a quarter of an inch over, pull it up, quarter of an inch over, push it down, on and on across the mold. That's going to be my hanger technique. But I have tried like actual, like specific hanger techniques, and with the exception of like a butterfly swirl. Funny, that Lexi video was a butterfly swirl too. I think that's the last time I used a hanger. This is hilarious. With the exception of like a butterfly swirl, it doesn't super matter what you do with the hanger because it's still going to be all beautiful and perfect and all the bars are going to be different inside. So, just have a ball. Just remember that the more you use the hanger, the muddier the colors are going to get. They're going to mix together more. So just be cognizant of that too while you're doing your thing. But ultimately, Hanger swirls and swirls in general are just really cathartic for me. It's a lot of fun to pour them because, fun. Anyway, back to Miss Lisa in the comments that I screen capped yesterday. I responded with something to the effect of, this is a Grey's Anatomy video. So, yeah, I get that you're new here, but you don't need to, tell the whole class that you don't understand the assignment. Because, what the hell? That's weird. That's a mood. And she responded with, I'm just watching your videos. No mention of a class or this fascination with a TV show. Perhaps you should title them so people know what to expect in the video. Okay, and as I already pointed out, the thumbnail is talking about Lexi and Shonda and VR, all not related, soap things. None of that's related to soap. And also, I spend the first 5 minutes talking about what the Grey's Anatomy series is and how Lexi is the better Grey. So, you didn't realize that I was about to... how else did I need to do that? And also, I think the title said butterfly swirls and no live today. So, okay. Funny. And the whole thing was just funny. And then I just kind of started thinking about that like I do so often. See, there's my swirly swirl thing. Up and down and up and down. If you want to pull it around the middle, do that too. Yeah. I just kind of realize every time I get one of these weird comments on a video, your whole thing, you're here to learn. What made you think that you were getting that? And what makes you think that you're entitled to that? Normally people pay for classes, right? Like if you're learning something, you're paying for it. It's a class. It's a service performed and you give people doll hairs to do that. You're not giving me doll hairs. None doll hairs. And before you start thinking about, Miss Lisa, before you start thinking about AdSense, you don't pay me AdSense. Okay? YouTube and Google and the sponsors and the advertisers that want to put their ads on my videos pay me an AdSense. Not you. You are not opening up your pocket to give me doll hairs for this. So it's very funny that you feel entitled to be learning something. And in all honesty, you could still learn a lot of things from that particular video. If you don't like the sound of my voice, put it on mute. There's nothing that's requiring you to click on something, to stay on something, or to, even listen while the pretty soap making is going on. You could just watch the process. If you're a visual learner, you can see what's going on with all of that. Like what's going on with all of this? Well, I'm putting in some little toppers, some little melt and pour embeds that I made that again look nothing like roses. No, they're very succulent. Actually, I think Georgia May used these molds last for her succulent soaps, which was a very pretty soap that she made a long time ago at this point. And, she got cool information there too. And I just find the whole thing very funny whenever people kind of approach, YouTubers with like this weird sense of entitlement, right? Like you're putting a video up and therefore it should educate me. Why? Do you have any idea how many things I watch and or listen to in a day that absolutely does not educate me? Like not at all. It's entertainment and it's whatever the creator wants to do. You don't have to be here, but you have to actually actively choose to type in a comment and then press send. So that was a weird choice. It was a mood, it was a moment. And Miss Lisa, I think that maybe next time you should refrain. Also, you've been soft blocked on the channel, so while you can see this, nobody ever gets to see you again here. So that's fun too. Okay, now on to the cut, and this did not get C-popped or gelled because we have melt and pour on the top and I didn't want them to melt. But look at all the beautiful colors there. They're awesome. Also, we got some heat coming from that, even though it was not C-popped or gelled. And so that's interesting. And just if you're wondering what colors I used Angry Rose from Mad Micah for the burgundy, the Guilty Grape, Pow Pow Purple, and I don't know, some copper for all of that. And it's very, very pretty. I love it a lot. And I'm very excited to see all my fun swirls. Because as I said, haven't done hanger swirls for quite a while. Again, probably since the Lexi video. Yay. fun. And oh, look how pretty. Look what I did. I did a pretty soap. I love that. I think that's so stunning for sure. And even without C-pop and gel, still beautiful, awesome colors there. Absolutely. I love everything about that for me. And I also love that I got to use butterfly or hanger swirls, because the last time I did it was for a butterfly swirl with Lexi. And you know what? Maybe you guys are getting like at this part of the video going, wait, wow, you actually like mentioned her by name a few times. Are you going too far? As I said, I hid her from the channel, so you can't find the comment. So two, you have no idea if her name is actually Lisa. I could have just arbitrarily chosen a name to do. But since you can't find her comment, I'll go ahead and leave it right here so you can see it. There it is. It's there. Isn't it cute? It's, in all actuality, it really did make me laugh a lot because just of the sheer wow with all of it. And, but then again, like, it wasn't necessary. None of this was necessary. You didn't have to do this. Now, again, but you clicked on a free video on YouTube for something. And it wasn't exactly what you were planning on getting. And that's fine. It's a free video on YouTube. Now, if you were paying for my masterclass and all I did was sit there and talk about a television show, then yeah, you have a legitimate grievance. I'm wasting your time and your money and all of the things. But when you click on a video that's specifically about a television show, I mean, as I told her, you don't need to tell everyone that you didn't understand the assignment. That's not on me. And also, that doesn't give you the right to do any of this. Like, there are so many other things that you could bitch about in life. And so maybe should I bitch about this? No, probably not. But also at the same time, if you're going to come out here with your whole chest and try to, I don't know, dehumanize me and just act like I am just a person on the internet, I don't have to do this. I do this because I want to and because I enjoy it. I like making videos about soap and, talking about whatever's in my brain. And sometimes the whatever's in my brain is also educational and fun. Like you learned 4 or 5 cool things also today, in addition to me basically telling people that they should stop being so entitled on entertainment videos, because that's what YouTube is. It's entertainment. That is day 262, and it's beautiful. And there they are, the Rhubarb Rose soaps for using Sierra Candle's Rhubarb Rose scent. And they're so pretty. They are so pretty. I love them. And they pair so beautifully with the ones that we did yesterday, like the goldy bronze on the bumblebees, then that beautiful bronze copper going through the actual soap itself. Absolutely stunning. I love these. I had such a fun time pouring this too. It's been a while since I've been able just to take a mold and some colors and do some swirls in the mold. It feels like ages since I've done that, and it probably is not, but it feels like it. And I really enjoyed this. I definitely like all the drop swirls and the butterfly swirls and the hanger swirls and the swirl swirls. And I haven't been doing a lot of those lately, it feels. So I'm glad that I got to do this. I love this scent. After cure, again, we did not C-pop this. So this did not get C-popped. It did not go through gel. The colors are just that good. And the scent was gorgeous, still is gorgeous. And it's been curing up for about 3 or 4 weeks. So it's delightful. As I said yesterday, if you have not picked up this collection, you should do so. Sierra Candles is not paying me to do this. I am not sponsored by them. I just really like this collection. And when there's something that I'm in love with, I want to tell all you guys about it. For sure. So there's that. If you are interested in seeing how the rest of the scents in that collection perform and what other designs I do, subscribe. That would be cool. For those of you who have subscribed, hey, thank you, Sudsers. You are very, very cool. Do you like my swirls today? I love my swirls today. I am so... I did a good job. Yes. And I appreciate you being here to, watch me do the soapy things. And when I do a good job, be able to say it without feeling weird. Because, we should give ourselves props when props are earned. And this one, it was earned. They was so pretty. Yes. I'm actually going to go look at these soaps a little bit more because they're really pretty. And so I'm out of here for today. But thank you for joining me for another round of 365 days of soap. I will see you all again tomorrow for a recipe day, not involving roses, round of soapy fun. Bye.